If you've ever been on call, you know the feeling, right? That 3 a.m. page that just rips you out of a deep sleep. But what happens when that system is totally broken? Just noisy, and it's burning out your entire team. Well, today we are diving deep into how to fix that on-call nightmare and turn it into a masterclass in handling incidents. All right, let me paint you a picture that is just painfully real for so many engineers. It's the very first on-call shift. An alert for high disk usage buzzes at 11:23 p.m. Fine. Then, high CPU at 11:47. By the time the sun comes up, their phone has been blown up with 47 totally meaningless alerts. So when that one truly critical alert, the one for payment processing is down, finally comes through, where is it? It's buried in all that noise, and it gets completely missed. And the cost of that noise? Oh, it's absolutely staggering. In that disaster scenario, that single missed alert, it led to 3 hours of downtime, cost the company $125,000 in lost revenue, and guess what? That brand new engineer quit after just 1 week. But with a proper, sane alerting system, that same night would have had 0 useless pages, 1 critical alert that was fixed in just 8 minutes, and a total cost of maybe $350. I mean, the difference is literally night and day. To really wrap our heads around how to fix this, we need a good analogy. I want you to think of your on-call system not as some IT problem, but as a fire department for your software. So the question is it a well-oiled professional machine, or is it just a chaotic mess with a smoke alarm that goes off every time someone makes toast? You know, what's so great about looking at it this way is how clearly it lays out the two extremes. The bad fire department, it gets 100 alarms a night for, burnt toast. Every alarm is treated the same, there are no instructions, and they just blame the firefighters for getting tired. And of course, it's the same person on duty forever. Now the good one, they might get 2 real alarms a week. Each one has a clear severity level, a step-by-step runbook, a fair rotation for the crew, and blameless reviews to actually learn from every single fire. One system burns the city down, the other one protects it. It's that simple. So let's shift from the analogy back to the real world, because the cost of a chaotic on-call system, well, it's measured in a lot more than just frustration. It hits the business and it hits your people. Hard. Just let that number sink in for a second. On average, downtime costs businesses a jaw-dropping $5,600 per minute. That's over $300,000 an hour. So when your system goes down because a critical alert got lost in the noise, that meter is running, and it is running incredibly fast. So why do those critical alerts get missed in the first place? It really comes down to this number. A shocking 70%, 70, of all alerts are just ignored by the people who get them. And look, this isn't about negligence. It's a completely natural human response called alert fatigue. It's the classic boy who cried wolf story. When everything's an emergency, pretty soon nothing is. And this brings us to the ultimate human cost. Bad on-call is a massive driver of burnout. It contributes to as much as 50% of engineer turnover at some companies. Just think about that for a second. You're not just losing money when the system's down, you're losing your most valuable asset, your people. Okay, so enough doom and gloom. How do we actually start fixing this mess? Well, it all begins at the source, the alerts themselves. We have to stop the noise before it ever even has a chance to reach that on-call engineer. This right here is the golden rule. You should write this down. If an alert goes off at 3 a.m., it must require an immediate, specific action from a human. If it can wait until the morning, it's not a page. It's a ticket or a Slack message. Period. End of story. And here is a perfect example of pure noise. You get an alert. High CPU. What does that even mean? Is it affecting users? Should I do something? What should I do? It's completely non-actionable, and it just creates instant stress and confusion. It's just noise. Now compare that to a good alerts. High error rates. Okay, that tells you something specific. It's directly tied to the user experience. People are literally seeing errors. And, most importantly, it comes with a link to a runbook with instructions. See? This isn't noise. It's a crystal clear signal to take action. This is such a crucial mindset shift. You have to alert on symptoms, not causes. Don't wake someone up because memory usage is high. That's a cause. It might not even be affecting anyone. Wake them up because API responses are slow. That's the symptom your users are actually feeling. The cause might be a problem or it might not be. But the symptom is always a problem. And this is how we bring order to the chaos, just like our smart fire department. You have to classify your alarms. A P0, a critical alert, that's the building on fire. Page someone immediately, I don't care what time it is. But a P2 might just be a minor issue, right? Just send a Slack alert. And a P3, that's just a ticket for tomorrow morning. Not every alarm deserves to wake somebody up. So fixing the alerts is a huge step, but honestly, it's only half the battle. All that technology is worth nothing without the right human systems in place to support it. So next up, let's talk about the processes that make on-call sustainable and, fair. We've all seen this, right? The burnout model. There's that one senior engineer, the hero, who's just on call forever. This is a trap. It leads directly to burnout, and it creates a massive single point of failure for your whole team. The goal has to be the fair rotation model, where the entire team shares the load. This builds resilience and spreads that crucial knowledge across everybody. This is such a powerful mantra. Think about it. If you can't even write down the basic steps to investigate and resolve an alert, then that alert has absolutely no business waking someone up in the middle of the night. This simple rule forces you to have clarity, and it ensures that every single page comes with clear instructions. A great runbook is not a 50-page technical manual. No way. It's a focused, simple checklist for a panicked engineer at 3 a.m. It needs to clearly list the symptoms, the first few things to check, the most likely causes, the exact commands to run to fix it, and, this is critical, who to call for help if you get stuck. All right, so you've fixed your alerts and you've got healthy human processes. The final stage is mastery. This is about building a system that doesn't just survive incidents, but actually learns from them to get stronger and more resilient over time. This is basically the standard playbook for handling any incident. It takes you from the moment an alert fires all the way to learning from it. Having a defined workflow like this just removes the panic and makes sure you have a consistent, methodical response every single time. And that last step, the postmortem, that is arguably the most important step of all. And that brings us to this idea of the blameless postmortem. This is a cornerstone of a healthy engineering culture. The review isn't about finding out who to blame. It's about figuring out what part of the system failed. Was it a gap in our testing, a confusing runbook, a missing alert? When you focus on the systems instead of the people, you create psychological safety, and that encourages real, honest learning. Now, an error budget is a really powerful tool to enforce this whole culture of reliability. You basically set a goal for uptime, let's say 99.9%, and that gives you a budget for how much downtime is okay. If you start burning through that budget by shipping unstable code, there are real consequences. Once the budget is blown, that's it. Feature freeze. All new development stops. The only work that's allowed is fixing bugs and improving stability. It creates true accountability. And the result of all this hard work? Well, this chart says it all. You go from the old way, getting slammed with 50+ noisy alerts every day, down to the SRE way, with maybe 1 or 2 actionable alerts a week. The difference is absolutely staggering, and this isn't a fantasy. It's the direct result of a disciplined, systematic approach to making things reliable. So, I'll leave you with this one crucial question to take back to your own team. Is your on-call system just a broken smoke alarm that's constantly creating noise and burnout? Or is it a world-class fire department, ready, resilient, and making your entire system safer? The choice, really, is yours.